7 for 1. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes out to the middle. Career best of 148 against Pakistan. And a good over from Was, striking early, getting the wicket of Tendulkar. India 7 for 1. Tidy over. 2 overs bowled. It's 9 for 1. He goes for the big one. He's a powerful striker of the ball. That's 6 for Dhoni. He got the opportunity to free his arms. And boy, have a look at this. That white ball is flying. Well, this is a fairly big ground, but when you have strikers of the ball like this, the ground does look small. Just a single. Gets the single. Keep the strike, Dhoni. 4 overs have been bowled. 19 for 1. He goes for it again. The result the same. Second 6 for Dhoni.
He was waiting for that. That's where he likes it. Didn't really get all of it as much as the earlier one, but still hit with tremendous power. The Kumar Sangakkara straight away going down and having a word with Was perhaps a little bit disturbed by the fact that he's been warned for running on the pitch. Always is in the back of the mind of the bowler when that happens. Concentrates or thinks more about that sometimes than really what he should be doing with the ball. So both Atapattu and Sangakkara having a word with Was.
Lucky just getting the bat down at the right time. That ball was slanting in towards the pads.
India's point of view, they'd like both of them to get going. He struck it cleanly again. He's just an amazing striker of the cricket ball. Didn't bother running, and Billy's having fun, and so is Dhoni.
What a shot. Absolute power, and again, coupled with timing. These two combined can be absolutely sensational. Just look at this shot. Right in the center of the bat. There was no doubt as to where that would end up. Went up like a scud.
That was stand and admire. He loved it, Dhoni. The crowd's loving it too. Strike rate of 100 for Dhoni.
Yes, if they were disappointed with Tendulkar's dismissal, the coming in or entry of Dhoni to the crease must have lit them up.
Quite interesting from Dhoni. Just the 4 singles. No 2s, no 3s. The rest have been in boundaries. And all 3 6s. Doesn't believe in running too much.
Yes, why run when you've been hitting it so cleanly? Both players. Dhoni 3 6s in the process.
Giving the charge. This is the fast outfield. Dhoni taking the Sri Lankans on. Boundary to end the over. 7 overs gone. It's 49 for 1. Shot asking for trouble. Dhoni not the one to miss out.
This pitch is so unforgiving when it's short. There's not much life in it, not much bounce. It gives the batsman ample time to get back and pull it away. And Dhoni is in no mood to defend any of that. Certainly going after the Sri Lankans. And that's pulled away for 4. Wide off the man at deep fine leg.
Good adjustment. Initially onto the front foot. Then realizing it was short, made the adjustment so quickly, Dhoni. He's on a roll at the moment. The Indians would like him to carry on, so would the crowd. This time, shot of the man at third man. Will just pick up the single. 8 overs gone, 55 for 1. Oh, dangerous. Very dangerous, but he is that kind of player, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Picks up a boundary again.
Yes, it was in the air for a moment. There was a man placed that short extra. In fact, for the drive, Watership moving on to 50, made in 44 balls. He took the ball on, but hit so powerful. And again, the center of the bat hit the meat. And there's not much chance picking them up unless they stick.
Goes at them very hard. Uses the bottom hand to good effect. So bowler feels that he just foxed him with the change of pace. Strike rate improving all the time with Dhoni. 3 4s and 3 6s. Ho ho ho! Even the man outside the fence would have been in danger. Dhoni would love to spend another 45 minutes to an hour there.
I think the whole of India would expect or hope that he would be out there. You can't keep him quiet for just more than a few balls. That's hammered down the ground.
Very much a Caribbean style shot. Over pitch delivery off the back foot.
The Sri Lankan brain starts getting together. They will have to come up with some options here. They're still restricted to just 2 men outside the ring. So the bowling will have to be precise on line.
Looks like it's certain they won't take power play number 2 straight away.
Yes, I think they'll have to look at some way of picking up a wicket, maybe a spin against Dhoni.
Slower delivery doesn't make a difference to Dhoni. He's having a ball. He's batting out in the middle. 9 overs gone. It's 67 for 1. Would have been inside edge. Just get him the single.
So there's nothing called defense for Dhoni. Even if the ball is off good length, he just manages to push it, gets an inside edge. So they've covered a great deal of ground here. 225 to win now in 40.1. I
think he picked this one.
Yes, if as for Dhoni, I don't think he really knows how to play a defensive shot. He's been pushing at everything. And even the introduction of Muralidharan is not going to hold him back.
And that wicket also made him the highest wicket taker in one-day international cricket against India. 61, going past Wasim Akram. But there might be a little bit of wear and tear. The pitch might slow down as the match progresses. Still looking very good. The target quite possible. And definitely possible if he can do this. There was a man at long off, but he had no chance whatsoever. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni brings up his 50.
What a fine innings this has been. Splendid runs off the Sri Lankans. On that occasion, the Kishan Singh was just thrown at that delivery. It's just short, hitting it on the up. Bludgeoned it down the ground.
Awesome power. 6 fours, 3 sixers. Firepower Dhoni. So the keeper comes in, Sangakkara. Dot ball to end the over. 12 overs gone, 85 for 1.
Didn't quite connect. He'll get one for it. There's no real reason for him to go after the bowling now, Ravi. They've got a great start. They are up to 7 runs and over.
And you're up there with the run rate. Ah, that's excellent running. Excellent running. It was Dhoni who pushed Sehwag. Ran very quickly that first run.
Well, it was just a chip. Just take a look. Now, this is what he was alive to the situation, Sehwag. He had to come to the danger, and he knew the ball was not traveling to the fielder. But he's getting that more at a runner ball, but almost. But he's content with one. Almost managed to beat that long on fielder, Dhoni. And I saw him in an interview say the same thing, that he wants to now be a little more selective, a little more discreet.
Here he's looking to just contain, which I don't think is the right tactic for Sri Lanka at this stage. They need wickets. They need to keep picking up wickets at regular intervals to stem the run flow.
But look at the effect of a Dhoni. Still no power plays. Would you take the power play, Ravi, now? You've got a wicket, or are you waiting for Dhoni to go?
It's a tricky one. I think with the spinners bowling, Atapattu might just carry on for another 2-3 overs and then probably decide to take power play.
Full toss, and he has hit it over the fence. Up and away. 6 more to end the over. 16 gone, 109 for 2.
And this is the last ball of the previous over. Just disappeared over square leg for 6.
And the good thing about that shot was there wasn't much of a backlift either. It was just the follow through the blade. Such a strong man. Very powerful, and look at that bat that he wields. It's huge. Muratharan is into his 4th over. They've got to play him with a certain amount of circumspection, not give him wickets. If they can do that, then that's really half the battle won against Sri Lanka.
You can see Muratharan pushing it through a lot quicker when he's bowling to Dhoni, and a lot of the top spinners as well.
Well, that's done a little bit of damage to Dhoni, but he's gotten away with it. Premeditated, he was charging him. How he managed to keep that away from his stumps, God alone knows, because he could have been stumped as well.
Well, he's hurt himself somewhere. I just wonder if he's pulled aside the lower back. Seems okay. Dravid would have had a word with him.
I think they've just got to calm him a bit. He doesn't have to hit every ball for 6 because the field restrictions are on. Just wait.
That's in the air and in the gap as well. I wonder if Rahul Dravid went and told him, just play your game, don't worry.
Just keep going, youngster. Really, this was against the break. Now let's take a look at this one. Against the break, over mid-on, over mid-wicket, I beg your pardon. And then once you get it over the infield, it's 4. Dhoni's not going to stop at anything now, but he made room for himself, got his feet out of the way. Now what? Mid-off, mid-on, on the 30-yard circle, hoping for a miscue. That's a miscue, but it's gone over. We'll still get to Dhoni. So a few risks now being taken. But he hits it so hard, even miscues are going to go over the top. He's got to miss it altogether.
Yes, he is eyeing that straight field. There's no question about that. He likes to hit in that area. Two runs added to the score because no ball signal.
That's 4. He waited for it, let it do its thing, let it turn, took it on the top of the bounce and just smashed it past extra cover for 4.
Well, this is an amazing shot because he was looking to hit it square. The ball just didn't come on. In the end, he's just bludgeoned it between mid-off and cover. You can see the power behind that shot. Now the field is up for Murli as well, which means the option is there if there is a ball tossed up to hit down the ground. Just clearing mid-off on that occasion, getting another 2. He's living dangerously, but the scoreboard sticking.
But the good thing is he's trying to go over the straight field and over mid-off. It's the ultas of Muralitharan that are the danger. As long as he doesn't target mid-on and mid-wicket, he should be all right with that heavy bat of his. Couldn't quite get his hand down on time. They'll get a couple. Sanath Jayasuriya, the man. So as you say, Ravi, the scoreboard ticking merrily. 8 from the over already in 3 deliveries.
With every chance, something happening in the next 3 as well. He's just had one that hit the middle of the bat that went to the boundary. A couple of streaky shots. What does he do now?
That is close, but maybe got the inside edge. And that's what he should avoid doing to Muralitharan. Don't play him like an off spinner. Play him like a leg spinner.
I think Dravid also coming in telling him if you're hitting him, hit him down the ground. Look to hit across the line. Unless he really picks the off break.
That's got to be close. That would have been interesting if it hit. But Dhoni has a single.
Well, he's a good fielder, Dilshan. Just felt if he had got rid of the ball underarm, might have got that extra time.
Leg spinner bowling from round the wicket. We'll take a look at it again. He's gone and he's well landed in the crowd, and the crowd is about 25 yards away from the boundary line.
There's no messing around with this man. This one's come right out of the screws. Good position with the front foot. And bang. He would have enjoyed it. Moment he hit it, he knew it was 6 for the taking. Number 5 for Dhoni.
Well, he epitomizes the fact that when you want to hit it with all that you've got. It's really paying off. 1. Thought about it. but they're going back for the second. The Sri Lankans now feeling the heat, and there's a lot of heat out there provided by Dhoni.
And the heat simply because they're 2-0 down. A loss here would make it very difficult for Sri Lanka to claw back into the series. They'll have to win 4 out of 4 to win the one-day series then.
He's on the back foot. Didn't hazard a single. Doesn't need to take these unnecessary risks. 10 runs of this over as well. One more delivery to go. Atapattu not very happy. He's gone over the top. That is 4 again. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is really turning on the heat. 20 gone. It's 148 for 2.
Oops! That must have hurt Murli. In fact, gets to the boundary. 21 overs gone, 155 for 2. Yeah. 155 for 2. Dhoni on 96. Run rate require under 5 at the moment. The last ball of the previous over is a good example of how hard he hits the cricket ball.
It struck Muralidharan and nearly took his hand with the ball to the boundary. It was hit so hard. Mid-off had no chance, even though Murli had got some pace off that.
He's hit it hard, 2 men in the deep. Shaiwardene will cut it off, just the single.
Sri Lanka was batting.
Just get the single again.
.98 runs for Dhoni, coming in just 80 deliveries. 5 sixers, 10 fours. And all those strokes were very, very powerfully hit. 122.5 his strike rate at the moment.
.99, Dhoni. Dilhara Fernando will be the bowler. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the batsman, on 99. And that will be his 100. Fantastic 100. Coming of just 85 deliveries, the quickest 100 by an Indian against Sri Lanka. And coming at a very important time, chasing a big target, this young man is stood up.
A hug and a word of advice from the captain. He obviously wants him to go on. Hasn't worked up much of a sweat getting this 100.
Because the longer Dhoni stays there, the bigger the problem for Marwan Atapattu. 10 fours and 5 sixes. Look at the strike rate. In fact, slowed down when he got close to his 100. Otherwise, the strike rate would have been over 120, if not 130. Getting back to the point, one more power play the Sri Lankans need to take. So longer Dhoni stays out in the middle, bigger the problem. Tilakratne Dulshan is one of the quicker fielders for Sri Lanka. But the single once again easily taken.
has got into their minds that they can just keep this going.
Single to keep strike for Dhoni. 26 overs gone, 183 for 2. Oh, was in the air. Had the bowler interested.
So the straight field long off is free. It's a free hit there for Dhoni. That's where he likes it. But he's gone the long on, and there's a fielder getting under it. The ball has sailed right over him into the crowd. Take that for confidence. There is a long on. But look at this. This is the 6th six for Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
No half measures for this man. There was a man placed down at long on, deep at that, and he just took the challenge. He was quite prepared to take that fielder on, and the ball sailed over him.
That's a big hit. Enormous amount of confidence there in that shot. He took on the fielder and the bowler. For more. Down the leg side, trying to york Dhoni, but that's the problem. There is no margin of error. Down the leg side, got a little bat onto it. There's no fine leg or third man. That was 4 the moment it touched the bat.
No margin whatsoever, as you would see. Striving for that yorker, but ball straying down leg side, going full. Dhoni getting some bat. And as soon as you get bat on that, you're in business for more runs.
There's too much pressure on Maharoof. He had gone for 29 in his 3 overs. He's come back. And he's already gone for 10. A 6 and a 4. More runs, just the one. Maharoof has that style of bowling that he pitches the deliveries up. He wants the ball to swing. Generally pitches on a length, and Dhoni, with these field restrictions in place on a placid batting wicket, can be devastating.
Yes, it is a tough call for the captain winning the toss. You really can't, in situations like this, think of putting the opposition in as well.
He's found the gap, slightly short, rocked onto his back foot. He's got 4 more, Dhoni.
Oh, this pitch certainly is unforgiving. The 200's up. And that was just a trifle short. Certainly a very good delivery to any ordinary batsman. A batsman who's not in form, not in. But Dhoni, he was so quick onto the back foot. And hammered it away through the offside. Just taking it off, outside off stump.
.200 has come up. That's the 4th 50 in 55 balls.
Murali into his 8th over, but the Indians certainly wouldn't mind just seeing through those overs, as the Sri Lankans really would have to look for other avenues to try and stem this run rate.
He's gone for it. He's found the gap as well. There are only 2 manning the fences there. Huge gaps for Dhoni. It's not going to be easy for Dilshan.
Yes, as soon as Dhoni heaved at it, they have a shout of catch it, but not to be. The ball landing very, very safe between the 2 fielders.
Now they've got the fielder who was straightish mid-wicket to an orthodox mid-wicket. Obviously, he's going to be bowling a leg stump line, flatter trajectories, preventing Dhoni from hitting the straight field. He's got away with that one, Dilshan.
Well, that was short and slammed back at Dilshan. Dilshan very quickly reacting and picking it up, almost looked to throw the non-striker stumps down.
Dhoni's obviously eyeing the straight field. Umpire Billy Bowden wanting to have a word with Dhoni. I wonder what that is all about. Running on the field? Running on the wicket? I suspect that's what it is. Or he could be asking for a runner, yes. He's been stretching a bit for quite a while once he sort of overextended himself. He's gone the straight field. There was no need to have fielders there either. He's hit the screen. That is the 7th six by Dhoni.
So he equals the record of the highest number of sixes by an Indian. And Dhoni, he certainly is continuing in this vein despite that hampered leg.
There's no need to have runners, Ranjit, when you can hit like that. This is an absolutely amazing inning. This is awesome hitting. What power. Beautiful follow through the bat. Yes, he's struggling.
It's been like a 5x display, rockets all around. It's probably a cramp.
Well, I saw him get cramps when he scored that 148 against Pakistan. That's when he announced his arrival on the world scene. Shouldn't throw it away from here. 31 gone. It's 213 for 3 and it's drinks. It's been the Dhoni show.
It certainly has been. We've seen a lot of 5x around during this time. But this is something special. The ball's been hit all round the grounds.
Yes, indeed. He's hit 7 sixes, as you can see. Those were the first 2, and this was the straight field. Maroof has borne the brunt of his destructive stroke play. He's sort of pulverized Sri Lanka into possible submission. India now need just 4.5 runs and over. Dhoni's still there. This is another huge hit for 6. Absolutely amazing hitting. That's how he reacted to his 100. He's shot them through the head.
Oh, the Sri Lankan bowlers were certainly under the gun there.
Sehwag has come in to run for Dhoni. I think this was the time when he sort of split his legs much beyond those very taut and strong muscles would allow. That's when he actually started the problems for himself. Yes, that hurt. He's just chipped it over the bowler for a single. Slower one there by Vas. Almost did Dhoni in.
Chandana continuing. To wait for the umpire's signal, so no signal. He got some bat on it. 2 runs taken.
Dhoni continuing to play those improvised shots. Nicely played away down to fine leg for 2 more. Even a push has plenty of power when Dhoni strikes the ball.
7 sixes, 13 boundaries. Came into bat at number 3 after keeping for the full 50 overs. Get only a single. 33 overs have been bowled. 224 for 3. Quietly played away for a single, and the good thing, Ranil, about his batting is he can play sensibly. It's not just batting in one gear, going after the bowling from the outset. It's he's mixed caution and aggression nicely, struck a nice balance. Down the track again, he strikes it so well. Again, magnificent timing. 50 partnership comes up in very quick time. No pressure being put on the bowler straight away. Quick on his feet, meets it on the full. And the placement spot on.
He has been cramping and he's got a run up. And certainly when he picks that ball up, when he sees it flighted, comes down the track so quickly. Turn that into a full toss. Target made quite easy now, 62, plenty of balls remaining, 94 to get the 62 runs.
And smashed again off the back foot. Beats long off. Now that just goes to show how hard he's hitting that cricket ball. The Chief Minister of Rajasthan cannot resist. Vasan Rajesh India just watched the cricket all day today. Even though it's been very sunny in that section where she's been sitting, but that's not taken her away. She's watched the cricket right through and enjoyed every moment of it.
Thought of coming down the track again, but realized it was pushed through a little quickly and adjusted very nicely. Got onto the back foot, chopped it down for a single.
He'll keep the strike, Dhoni, with that single. 10 off the over again. 15 overs to go, 244 for 3. It's cut away. Couple of runs taken again. Equals Dhoni's highest score in one-day internationals. He's on 148 now. He goes for the big one. He's mistimed this, but it's his day. 2 runs taken and 150 to Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Well, they say fortune favours the brave. He certainly has been a brave man today from India's point of view. What an effort.
Well, it has been the day of the wicket keepers. Sangakkara first and now Dhoni. 150, and what a fine innings it's been.
Thirty-six overs gone now. 248 for 3. And he bats himself at times, even when the field is set deep. Even if there is a long on or long off, he still doesn't hesitate in going over the top. He's cramping badly.
Venugopal wants to, and he'll be running to the danger end. He is. Virendra Sehwag not responding. The throw's at the wrong end. Here is a direct hit. No response from the umpire. We'll come back to that after this. 41 gone to 65 for 4. Always a problem when you have a runner. Dhoni plays this one to long off. Venugopal wanted to. Just keep your eyes on Virendra Sehwag, extreme right. He doesn't want it, and Venugopal Rao was almost there. And he was running to the danger end, Venugopal Rao. And there was a big appeal, but Virendra Sehwag, despite the fact he was reluctant. This man in the deep, just the single for Dhoni. Dilshan to continue. Dhoni picking up another single. And he's on his way to achieving another milestone. The highest ever score by a wicketkeeper in a one-day international is by Adam Gilchrist. 172 was Zimbabwe.
And there you are. Those are the men who keep the scores. Dhoni, some discomfort, but you could see that it's a lot of grit and determination to go on.
been quite fantastic. He's just changed gears. Dhoni is not trying for the big shots. Just being very sensible, wants to play till the very end, make sure team wins, goes 3-0 up. He's able to control his aggression, which is a very good sign. Maruf continues. And Dhoni continues to pick up runs. There could be two. Venugopal Rao charging for the first one. Comfortable in the end.